Hello everyone. Thank you so much for viewing this video. Before we get started with discussing the contents of the video, I wanted to introduce my nonprofit, the Accelerated Training Program. Our vision is twofold. First, we want to expose all marginalized groups to cybersecurity education, as well as removing the systemic exclusion of cybersecurity education to marginalized groups. Our website is www.t-atp.org. And if you would like to partner or want to learn more, please visit our contact page where you can fill out your name, your email, and a message, and we will get back to you. And again, thank you so much for viewing the contents of this video. Please check out the nonprofit when you have a moment, and let's get to the video. Hello, and welcome to day 12 malware analysis, forensic McBlue to the REVscue. Okay, that's kind of cute. Let's get to the story. The malicious document attached to the phishing email was confirmed to have been executed. Oh no. Aside from the fact that rogue connections were observed, we know little about what it does. Our in-house expert, Forensic McBlue, confirmed that the malicious document spawned another suspicious binary. Pivoting from that, he dumped it from memory for this task to be further analyzed via malware analysis. So, our learning objectives: learn the fundamentals of analyzing malware samples without relying on automated sandbox scanners, learn and understand typical malware behavior and its importance in the incident investigation pipeline. So, key malware behaviors. So, before touching the malware sample, we need to briefly introduce common malware behaviors to have a good perspective on what to expect in handling malware samples. A prominent word in cybersecurity, malware is software created to harm a computer or an entire network. Threat actors develop malware to achieve specific goals, such as infiltrating networks, breach sensitive data, or disrupting operational services. If you were to inspect several malware samples in the wild, a typical pattern arises, making analyzing other samples easier with experience. Knowing these common behaviors give us an idea, of what to look for on the defensive side, such as network connections. Malware tends to establish either external network connections or internal connections. External connections allow remote access or for downloading staged payloads from a threat actor's infrastructure. Meanwhile, internal connections allow for lateral movement, a technique used to extend access to other hosts or applications within the network. Registry modifications. Malware typically uses registry keys to establish persistence, a technique used by threat actors to discreetly maintain long-term access to a system despite disruptions. A good example is registry run keys, which allows binaries to be automatically executed when a user logs in or the machine boots up. File manipulations. Malware also tends to download, one of the common reasons to establish network connections or create new files needed for its successful execution. Given this knowledge, we can expect the possible behavior of malware during our investigation. So, warning. So, malware is dangerous, and so we need to use precautions when analyzing it. Do not analyze malware on your machine. Always use a sandbox, such as a virtual machine or environment that you could contain the malware. You do not want this to be on your personal machine or your network, because if you execute it, it will propagate. So again, this is dangerous. Always contain it. And that's what the warning is here. Always assume malware samples will affect your device, hence executing it is not always the first and only step in analyzing it. Only run the malware sample in a controlled environment that prevents potential compromise of unwanted assets. It is always recommended to have your sandbox, which allows you to have a worry-free execution of malware samples. So, A sandbox is a controlled test environment that mimics a legitimate end user working environment. It gives analysts a safe environment to execute malware samples and learn their behavior. Lastly, having a ready sandbox prevents analysts from running malware samples in their workstations, which is highly dangerous and impractical for the possibility of unwanted impact. Okay. In a typical setup, sandboxes also provide automated analysis at the disposal of security analysts to determine if a binary from a set of malware samples requires further manual investigation. So we are going to use um, the Flare VM. So let's start the machine. Let me do that now. Okay. So let's scroll down while this is loading. The VM will serve as our sandbox. However, do not expect this machine to provide an automated analysis, since we will assist forensic McBlue in conducting manual analysis. Okay, so if the VM is not visible, we need to use the show split view, but it's visible. It's right here. Okay, you may use the following credentials for alternative access via remote desktop. We're still waiting for our IP, but username is user and password is let me in 123 exclamation point. Okay, static and dynamic analysis. I explained this a little bit in yesterday's um, lab, but we'll explain it a little more here. So, static analysis is a way of viewing, in this case, a malware sample without executing the code. So this method mainly focuses on profiling the binary with its readable information, such as its properties, program flow, and strings. Given the limitation of not executing it, sometimes this method gives insufficient information, which is why we resort to dynamic analysis. Dynamic analysis focuses on understanding the malware by executing it in a safe environment. That's the key word, safe environment, such as a sandbox. By doing this, you will see the malware live in action, its exact behavior, and how it affects the environment. So, profiling executable through static analysis. So before popping the malware sample in the desktop malware sample directory, let's conduct a static analysis for the mystery gift binary. So this is what we're going to do. And we're going to use the detected easy and Kappa. Okay, so detected easy. Right click the sample and execute detected easy IDE. So let me see. Okay, here's a malware sample. Okay, detected easy. Okay, this will provide information about the file, such as its architecture, significant headers, packer used, and strings. Okay, we will only utilize the basic functionalities of detected easy to gain the basic information needed to analyze the binary. If you want to learn more about this tool, here's an additional link. Upon opening, we will immediately discover the binary's architecture and the executable packer used. So it looks like a linker. Okay. We see a packer and we see a linker. Okay. Packing malware is a common technique used by malware developers to compress, obfuscate, or encrypt the binary. With this, content such as significant strings and headers will not be immediately visible to static analysis tools. You may test this information by doing the following. View the strings, which shows an overwhelming number of strings that are not that significant for the investigation. Okay, so we see it cannot run in DOS mode. And we're seeing a lot of just different strings. Okay. Strings are pieces of text inside binary, often containing information such as IP addresses, URLs, or file names used by the malicious program. Okay, Kappa detects capabilities in executable files, maybe the installation of a service, invocation of network connections, registry modifications, and such. So let's see if we can answer some of the questions. So I think the architecture is 64-bit. Okay. What is the Packer? Is it UPX? Okay. And I got that right there. Um, what is the compiler used to build the malware? Okay. That might be in the Kappa. So let's go back. Okay. Okay. So to start playing with Kappa, fire up the command. Okay. Okay. I'm going to where our malware sample is saved. And I want to say Kappa mystery gifts. Okay, so while that's running, we see okay, so the sample appears to be packed. Packed samples have often been obfuscated to hide their logic. Kappa cannot handle obfuscation well. This means the results may be misleading or incomplete. If possible, you should try to unpack this input file before analyzing it with Kappa. Use the dash lowercase v or dash two lowercase v's if you really want to see the capabilities identified by Kappa. So, given the Kappa output, we have discovered that the malware sample is packed. You may have also seen previously from Detected Easy that the binary is packed by UPX, and we see that there. Okay, so now let's unpack the binary using UPX and reanalyze. So we're going to say UPX mystery gift. Okay. Kappa mystery gift. Did I? Oh, I spelled it wrong. Lord. Mystery gift. That's why you should not fat finger and you should just type the first couple of words and press tab for autocomplete. Okay, so they deleted the .viv to delete the cache results. Okay, oh, okay, so then let me try this again. Because it will provide accurate results. So let's see. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay. So we see the hashes, the MD5, SHA-1, and SHA-256. Remember, a hash is a one-way function where you take, in this case, a file, and we run it through the algorithm, and it gives us alphanumeric characters. And hashing is used for the integrity. So, for instance, if I have two files and I tell someone, hey, these are the same files, and you run the hashes and the hashes are different, one of these files is not like the other. So again, when you're downloading files from the internet, it's always good to do the hash to make sure that whatever you downloaded is the correct file. Okay, so how many MITRE attack techniques have been discovered attributed to the discovery tactic? I'm going to say 2. Okay. Okay, so I feel like I should have had this here. Linker. It's lowercase. Linker. Okay, I think we might. No, I did the UPX there. Did I pass it? Okay, I'm going to come to that because it says lowercase and I see it says unknown. I don't even think this is it. Yeah, that's not it. Okay, because I see linker and I see it's unknown. So we'll come back to that. Okay. Um Okay, so deep dive into dynamic malware analysis. You may have observed we cannot execute the binary after double clicking it as its file extension is not exe, which means the executable. Before renaming and executing the binary, let's prepare the tool we need for analyzing its behavior, Procmon. Procmon, or Process Monitor, is a Windows tool that shows real-time registry, file system, and process thread activity. You can learn more about it here. You may access it via the taskbar besides. Okay, what the? Okay, no, not that. Okay, let me try reconnecting. That was kind of weird. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so it brought it up. Okay, process is mysterygifts.exe. And make sure you spell it correctly. And we're going to say, okay. Oh. Okay, hold on. Let me close that. Okay, let me open this again. Okay. Okay, it was included. Okay. So let's prepare the malware sample for execution and rename it to mysterygift.exe. Okay, so if we go here and if we rename it to mystery.exe. Okay. We are now ready to pop the malware. We just renamed it from mysterygift to mysterygift.exe. Navigate to the malware sample folder, double click the binary, and observe the results generated by Procmon. Okay, so let me go here and let me click that. Okay. Okay, it may be overwhelming at first, but let's utilize its functionality to show the information we want. Okay, it has a panel that can filter the following as highlighted in the images below. Show registry. activity, show file system activity, show network activity, show process and thread activity, and show profiling events. Okay. With these filters, we will focus on the first three: registry, file system, and network. As discussed above, malware tends to do the following: registry modification, file modification, and we're going to remove that. I'll remove that. Okay, we'll leave those for now. Wait, let me add those back. Okay. Let's start investigating them one by one. Registry modification. We want to determine if any significant registry modifications are executed by the binary, which is one of the expected behaviors introduced in this task. To do this, unclick all the filters and only show registry activity. Okay, so we're gonna remove that. Okay. This result still gives several results, so let's add a filter by finding all registry key creations and modifications. Remove the following operations by right-clicking an entry. Okay, I'm not seeing anything. Let me try this again. Okay, hold on. Okay. Now, okay, so I'm going to right click and reg open key. Okay. Reg query value. Reg. Okay. So it says it should be similar. Okay, I don't see create key. You may observe that only one registry key has both create key and set value. This key is related to a persistent technique called registry run key modification and is commonly used by malware developers to install a backdoor. So okay. File modification. Now let's also determine if the malware sample executes file creations. It may indicate that the malware drops prerequisite files for a successful execution. Unclick all filters and choose the second filter. Okay. Okay, so let me do this again because let me run this again. Okay. So we want to exclude close file. We want to exclude create file. And you might hear my cat. I have two furry children, and they're saying, hey. Okay, name information. Okay. Basic information. Read file. Okay. The view from Procmon should yield fewer results similar to the image below. You may observe that two files are written under the user administrator directory. The first file is located in the user's temp directory, which is commonly used by malware to drop another file for its disposal. The other is written in the startup directory, also used for persistence. So wishes.bat. So let's see. Test.jpg wishes.bat. Okay. What are the two domains wherein malware has initiated a network connection? Okay. So let's go to network connections. Lastly, let's confirm if the malware sample attempts to make a network connection. So we're going to go remove that and show network activity. Unlike the previous filters, the results are few and can be easily interpreted. Please take note of these domains as we can use this information to investigate the rabbit hole further. Okay. So we have covered several topics on the task about malware analysis. For a quick summary, we have learned the following: key behaviors of malware aid in having an overview of what to expect in examining malware samples, the precautions needed to consider while handling malware samples, and the importance of sandboxes, conduct a software analysis and profile the nature of the binary without executing it, perform a manual dynamic analysis, and observe the interactions of the malware sample in the registry file system and network. Finally, completing the findings by answering our investigation guide below, and we are assisting Forensic McBlue, and we have been answering some of these questions. Okay, what are the two domains wherein malware has initiated a network connection? So one is Best Festival Company.thm. Let me see. And the second is virustotal.com. Okay. Going back to the strings inside the malware sample, what is the complete URL used to download the file hosted in the first domain accessed by malware? Okay, let me go back. Nope. Here. Strings. Okay. Okay. Oh, compiled nim. Okay, so that was here compiled by nim. Okay. Um. Okay, so let's go back to the strings here. We'll look at strings. Okay, can it open strings? Oh, did I close it? Oh, crap. Let me go here. Okay, so that file doesn't exist anymore. Let me come back to that. Let me answer the process moan here. Okay. Da da da. I'm gonna go here and okay. Exclude query key. Exclude. Okay. Red set value. Okay, so that's the create key. Okay. So create key in set value. Okay. This key is related to the persistence. Okay. What is this? Okay, what is the registry key? Okay, I'm gonna guess 1, 5, 21, 0, 7, 0, 6, 0, 2, 7, 7, 2, 2, 4, 0, 3, 6, 5, 3, 3, 4, 8, 8, 3, 1, 3. Okay, no, that was not correct. So that's the event. Where would the registry key be? Okay. Okay, that's the path. Okay, I'm looking for the registry. Registry success. Okay, this is the size. What is that here? Okay, that's what I had. S1, 5, 21, 2, 9, 0, 7, 0, 6, 0, 2, 7, 7, 2, 2, 2, 4, 0, 8, 8, 3, 1, 3. So they're saying that's not correct. We're setting the value. Okay. What is the value written on the registry key? Okay, so let me. Okay. Okay, open existing key. Okay, no. Okay, that's kind of weird. This is the path. Oh, okay. So we have set value, create key. Let me try running this one more time. Okay. Okay, I'm getting the same thing. Okay, so what changed? Check the details column. Okay. I'm not seeing it. Because I see. What is this? Okay, I see a create key. And I really believe this is. Huh. Okay, because this looks like it's the registered key. Okay. Okay, I don't think I got it all. Okay, so S1 5 21 290 706 0277 222 403 653 653 3488 313 780 500. Wait, did I not copy that correctly? Because this is the registry. This is not going to copy over. No. Okay. Am I not copying it over correctly? Let me try this again. Okay, because we're setting the value. Okay. 1 5 21 29 oh 290 006 0277 222 403 653 3488 313 780 500. Saying that is incorrect. Let's say move to mystery gifts. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me see. Best festival company. THM. Wishes.bet. No. Okay, so I know that's correct. I just need to find the file. It's a lot here. Okay. Okay. Favicon.ico. Okay, so that's correct. Okay, so now we got to go to the registry key. Okay, so we're going to close that. Going to close this. Going to close this. And we're going to say move mystery gift to mystery gift.exe. Okay, and then we're going to open this. And we included that. So now, okay. And we'll go here. And we're going to run. Okay. You probably hear my furry son. He says, hey, and he's playing. Okay. Okay. I realized I was not recording. So all of the things that I just said, you did not hear. Oh my God. Okay. So first, do not work on challenges right before bedtime. So that's what I did with this malware analysis room. I was like, yeah, I'm going to work on this before bed and it's going to be great. I had to work on this. These two questions were not answered, and so I went and had a meeting with Mr. Sandman. Don't know if you all heard of the song Mr. Sandman, Give Me a Dream. It's an older song. So pretty much I had to get sleep, wake up, and try it again. Okay, so I am at where we were yesterday or early this morning, my time, when I started this challenge. And so, what is the registry key abused by the malware? So, I was thinking that we had to actually go to this path because the hint is check the path. So, I'm thinking we actually had to go to the path and, it would be something there. But honestly, the answer is this path. So, this path is actually a registry key. Quick story. Not that most of you would care, but I'm going to say it anyway. When I received my first computer, this was many, many moons ago. And I was like, oh, it was something wrong with my computer. And the instructions was like, yeah, change the registry key or delete the registry key. And so I was like, I think it said change the registry key. And I changed it to the wrong value. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm just going to delete it. And I deleted the registry key, and then my laptop was inoperable because the registry key that I needed to change was needed for the operating system to work. So I've always had anxiety with like when it's like registry keys and things of that nature because I always go back to that time of like I know what happens when I mess with registry keys and it doesn't go well. So, what is the registry key abused by the malware? Um, this is the path that we need. So HKCU software, Microsoft Windows current version, and then run. So the actually in the write up for registry key, there's actually a sentence here. You may observe that one registry key, and again, I totally ignored this because I was half asleep, has both reg create key, and reg set value. So the answer was literally right here, and I ignored it. So this is actually the registry value. And so we see that this reg create key and reg set value has the same value of HKCU. So this is the current user, software, Microsoft Windows, current version, and then run. Okay. So that is the value here. So that is the registry key because we're creating the key here and then we're setting the key. So what is the value written on the registry key based on the previous question? So this is the key that was created on the registry. And to go to the value, it's this here. C, users, administrator, app data, roaming, Microsoft Windows, start menu program, startup, wishes.bat. So this is actually our malware here, the wishes.bat. So I actually did this in real time, but I wasn't recording, so my bad. And so if you enjoyed malware analysis, here's 2 rooms by Try Hack Me, Intro to Malware Analysis and Dissecting PE Headers. I have always been interested in malware, but really never had a chance to play with it. So this was really fun. And so that was really fun. And then I'm going to do another video on today's topic, packet analysis, simply having a wonderful PCAP time. And be on the lookout for that video as well. I will not work on it when I'm half asleep, so I will have most, if not all of my brain power, and it won't be a mess like this. But I'm glad that you stayed and watched the video. I think I spent an hour yesterday working on this challenge. The video that I upload is not going to be an hour. Just FYI, I'm going to prune a lot of it because I was doing stuff because I was half asleep. So that's really not relevant to the video. So the video that I upload will be not an hour. It will be much less. So I hope you have a good day. Can't wait to see you in the packet analysis video. Have a good day. Bye.